And get started. I'm going to just kind of be laddering on Arena today, kind of like derping around. This is my first Arena stream, so I'm like, I don't know, just kind of gonna get it used to see what people want to see. Might play some best of 3 today. I'm just kind of open for whatever. Testing a little bit of standard for indie going into this weekend. It turns out that Arena is definitely the best way to test standard because it's just like nobody on Moto right now. Like there's like low 100 people playing standard leagues on Moto right now, so a lot of the time I think that you're going to get a little bit more substantial testing out of Arena, but not having best of 3 means that like the best of 3 traditional constructed events you play aren't as competitive, so that's kind of why I'm attracted to laddering, but we'll just kind of see how the night plays out. I'm going to start with like trying this Gruul deck that I spent some time working through. I'm actually going to like show it like this since I think my face is in the way. And like the sideboard doesn't matter. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and break this down real quick. This is just like a Gruul Monsters deck. It's designed to lean a little more aggressively than just like a true Monsters deck where you're just like kind of going big and trying to like beat. You are trying to be bigger than everything else, but like I'm playing cards like Pelt Collector to just be a little lower to the ground. Same with Zhur-Taa Goblin, which can be a Watch Wolf, which is really attractive. So it's designed to kind of be a monsters deck that like can power this card out really quickly and just kind of go over the top of everything my opponent's doing. So we'll go ahead and take a look for Llanowar Elves. The reason this card's included, despite the fact it's an aggressive deck, is it can power out things like Gruul Spellbreaker and Rhythm of the Wild on turn 2, which is very powerful. Also, of course, getting to our 4 drops a turn earlier is also very, very good. And Llanowar Elves are still better to draw late in this deck because of Rhythm of the Wild. The Drake's deck has been pretty underwhelming is what I meant. Yeah, no, it's pretty bad. Mo. Might play some gates today. Jeez. Because cards cost money on Moto. That's true. I mean, they cost money on here too. It's just like, if you play a lot, you can end up with like a bunch of wild cards. But of course, rare wild cards are the commodity because of lands. Anyway, back to it. Llanowar Elves makes sense in this deck, I think. This deck can be kind of clunky, and like being able to play everything a turn sooner is very powerful. Also, just being able to play like a Pelt Collector and a 2-drop on turn 2 is also very, very good. Pelt Collector is a pretty natural include in this deck. I think it's a aggressive 1-drop that can get like big with the rest of your team. Since we're playing big fat creatures, it's something that incentivizes you to play big fat creatures, including big fat creatures that die. So Pelt Collector seems like a pretty natural include to this deck for me. It also has really good synergy with Kraul Harpooner, which we'll talk about here in a second, but it is just like the other best 1-drop that if I'm going to try to like make this deck get off the ground before turn 1,000,000, it's just like going to kind of hold the deck together. I've been very impressed with the card. Growth Chamber Guardian doesn't play to our main plan as well, but like it is kind of a plan on its own. The card, like if you just played on turn 2 and then like adapted on turn 3, like you're kind of doing stuff. You're making 4/4s and like all wrapped into one little thing. Like it's only this card. I get to only interact with this card, and it like kind of makes a game plan out of itself. So Growth Chamber Guardian, I've just been very impressed with its power level on its own. Of course, if we can set up like a Rhythm of the Wild with Growth Chamber Guardian, we can like just like continue slamming 3/3s for 2 mana, which can be very good. Just kind of flood the board all for like 1 card. You basically get a 4-for-1 as quickly as you can put them out there. So this card, I'm not 100% sold that it's like should always be in this deck, but I've been very impressed with it, and it like I said, it gives you a little bit of card advantage where there wouldn't otherwise be some. Kraul Harpooner has really sweet synergy with Rhythm of the Wild, you know, being able to take advantage of the +X+0 by just giving it haste. Also with Pelt Collector, has good synergy because like if you use it for the removal spell mode where you're killing a flyer, then it's going to enter. It probably is going to grow the Pelt Collector, especially if you're playing it on turn 2. And if it dies, like no matter what, even if it doesn't grow it on the front half, if it dies, it's probably going to have way more power than what Pelt Collector has when it dies because of the bonus. And so if you're like killing a flyer with it, it's basically a removal spell that puts a counter on my Pelt Collector, which is pretty cool. Very versatile card for this deck, and I think it's a really, really good include. The last 2-drop creature, I'm not as sold on. I put this card in my deck because Riot stacks, and on its surface, it's just a Watch Wolf, which, I mean, it's a pretty good card. Just 2 mana, 3/3. Of course, it can be a 2 mana, 2/2 haster, but that's probably on average a little worse than just making a 3/3. Real reason this card's in my deck is the format standard, like what standard is right now, seems very aggressive, and I really like being able to just play a 3/3 on turn 2 that can kind of stop what Mono Red's doing while still being a good card for pressuring decks like Nexus and Control and stuff like that. So it just kind of seems like another good card that fits in the deck pretty well, but I can definitely see cutting it if our deck decides that it wants to be less aggressive and more of like a big beatdown deck and just throw our Nexus matchup to the win. Lava Coil is kind of just a concession to the fact that there's some big toughness creatures that need to be answered against. Namely, like Rekindling Phoenix is a big one. That one doesn't have big toughness, but needs to get off the table. Our deck kind of has trouble attacking through that because it's so big and like recursive. We have trouble with, like Tristani Discordant is a big one. Shalai can be obnoxious. Just cards like this that like it's just an efficient removal spell for cards that can block our creatures. Cards that have bigger toughnesses. So I've been happy just having a little bit of removal in the main deck, and I think this is the best piece. And it like I said, it pretty cleanly answers things that our deck has some trouble fighting through. To the 3-drops, we got 8 of them. We got Gruul Spellbreaker. This card was one of the cards I was most excited about in the spoiler. Being able to protect you from things like Settle the Wreckage, as well as just be like a hexproof haste that can come in and attack planeswalkers while still having hexproof the whole time is really, really sweet. Obviously, Riot stacking makes it even better, and the card has trample for some reason. Really reminded me of Fanatica Xenagos back during Theros days, and that card was close to playable. That card was had Tribute. It was like the way worse version of Riot. And it had Tribute, and it would either get a counter or haste, but it was your opponent's choice, and that's all it did. And the card like was fringe playable. People tried it, and it was like close to good. But this card seems, I don't know. This card's obviously like strictly better, and I've been pretty impressed with it. Although not as impressed as I thought it was going to be, but it's still very good. And the insulation it gives you against Settle the Wreckage is very, very nice. Rhythm of the Wild is the Fires of Yavimaya. There was a lot of hype around this card coming into this this standard set. And it's performed pretty well. I haven't been as impressed with the rhythm decks as a whole as I thought it would be, but I've liked seeing some of the stuff people are doing with it, like the Teamer Pod deck where you can give the Pod Girl haste and start sacking stuff away. Rhythm of the Wild just like kind of enables you to play like big fat creatures like Nullhide Ferox, Ghalta, and stuff like that, and giving them haste makes them so much better that hopefully like we can play this like kind of mediocre spell in our creature deck, and like it makes all our other cards like good, like so good that it's worth like an include. So once again, Riot stacking is important for this card to be playable. That way 2 rhythms aren't dead, and yeah, that's pretty sweet. And then creatures can't be countered just makes our control matchup like even better than it would be otherwise, because I mean we have like hasty threats that like protect us from Settle, but like now our creatures can't be countered too. Like given we spend a lot of mana on our creatures, that's pretty attractive. So being able to like really care about both lines of text on this card I think is really important. Rounding out the rest of the deck, we have 6 4-drops, which is kind of a lot, but I think they're all worthwhile includes. Like I think Nullhide Ferox is the best 4-drop you can play with Rhythm of the Wild. It is just like the biggest 4-mana creature. It has hexproof the turn you play it, so like hexproof, can't be countered, haste, just like kind of makes this thing kind of a pain to deal with. Of course, it has the like pseudo Frost Titan text for if you want to like interact with it, you can like pay 2 mana and shoot it with something. The Obstinate Baloth Clause doesn't really come up much, but I have gotten Eldest Reborn before, and it kind of matters there. Rekindling Phoenix is kind of just another good value 4-drop that like is pretty good to give haste. Like making this like a 4-power haste flyer is like really attractive. Also, like I said, when you bring it back with its egg ability, you can bring it back in. It already has haste, and then you can put a counter on it. It's a 5/4 flying haster, so it does have some pretty good synergy with Rhythm. But I did try Sunder Shaman, the like green red 5/5 uncommon in this slot, and I was pretty impressed with that card too. I don't know which one should be in the slot. And I think Ghalta is kind of rounding it out. I think it's the reason to play the deck. Ghalta is just so powerful with haste that like I think it really makes this deck work. Like we can play a low land count, still cast this card reliably for 2 mana with haste sometimes, and like that's just usually too much for any given deck that like, especially decks that are trying to clog up the board. It just breaks that wide open. Some of the removal decks it's a little worse against, but I mean, even still, it can be pretty good there because they're like a lot of our other big creatures they're going to want to remove. So it's more of like if it hits the table against these decks that have a lot of removal, it's probably game over because obviously we have enough creatures in play to cast it. But like it isn't like a win more like I would think it would be in some other decks because we can cast it with having only like 1 or 2 creatures in play, and like that is by no means really a winning position. 21 lands, kind of low, playing 4/4, 8/5. I don't know. I think this is auto-suggested. Actually, I might have come up with the math myself. I think there was like 1 off from what I wanted, but the lands aren't, there's not a lot of big brain going on here. The 8 duels that we can play, that makes sense, and like 8 green sources for untapped Llanowar Elves, for Llanowar Elves or Pelt Collector on turn 1, so we have 8 1 green 1 drops, so we definitely want more forests than mountains. Alright, let's start laddering. Boop. Done talking. Start laddering. What's going on, guys? What's up, Rudy? You're on mute. I'm at work. Hey, Rudy did a stellar job with the design. Whoever you hired, tell them you did a good job. I'll let them know. I'll see you this weekend. Travis is wonderful. Not sub to teammates. That's by no means a requirement to sub to teammates. It's just kind of nice. All right, let's play some standard. While you guys are here, if you'll notice on the top left, I have a scrolling logos of my sponsors. Make sure you check all of them out. There's links in my panels for all of them and all their sites. We should be getting a code for the end games here soon for their. Oh no, this is the red deck. I forgot to switch decks. Whatever. We'll play a match with red before I switch to Gruul, or I could just concede. I don't know. I'm just gonna concede actually. I want to start playing the Gruul deck. I'm excited to play that deck. I was laddering with mono red earlier, so that's like kind of it's like fun to do before bed. I forgot to switch decks. Anyways, make sure you check out my sponsors. Mana Traders, we have a code. If you guys decide to pick up Mana Traders, play some Magic online, it's very good for testing Modern and Legacy. I mean, I use it for all my Modern and Legacy needs. And Team Nova MTG is the code that will get you 15% off your first 3 months. Highly recommend using it. I mean, you've seen me use Mana Traders on stream before. It's great. Make sure you check out the end games. They're a local game store, but I mean, they have a website. You can buy cards from them. We'll have a code up for you soon for that. Inkling Customs travels with the SCG tour, and she just does a fantastic job. She's done the artwork for the Nova logo. She did the artwork for the playmats that you guys will see us having at events coming up here in an open or two. And I mean, she just does fantastic work. So highly recommend her for all your art needs. This hand is good, I think. I'm kind of a little worried because we have a lot of like fluff. Like 2 Llanowar Elves actually is like a little concerning, but I guess it's like pretty fine. I think my turn 2, it depends on what we're playing against. Like against red, I kind of want to play like this into this instead of rhythm. Although that play makes that a little worse. So I think I'm going to try to get rhythm into play. This matchup I think is actually really good. The mono red matchup, like my creatures just get bigger than theirs do. And that's a pretty good formula for winning a game. Especially against mono red, where like we're hitting harder than they are. Like their bolts are not as good as our like 4 power creatures. I forgot to talk about our last sponsor, Hipsters of the Coast. One of our teammates, Allison Warfield, may know her as Arctic Meebo, writes for them. And no, she does fantastic work. They share articles all the time. They also keep you updated with like a lot of Magic news. Like I've noticed they tweet out a lot about the happenings in the Magic community, and I really appreciate that. It's really nice to have like a good source of information. This is interesting. Are we gonna die to these Spewers? This card's so bad. I don't know why people are playing this card. In the mono red mirror, this card is horrific, and we're just gonna die to them. Well, I guess we're playing Pelt Collector into Growth Chamber Guardian. We'll make it a 2-2, make this a 3-3, and then, like, obviously this is going to be, like, probably a 4-4 with haste. So put a counter on this. Put this into play. Have it come in with a counter, which will trigger Pelt Collector, and then we'll get another one. Boop. And, like, now our stuff is suddenly, like, bigger than everything they have going on. And, like, we've been dealt no damage. We're going to take 1, but so will they if they activate this. Alright, give me 1. Gimme! This card's sweet. So, like, you just, like, get to make 3-3s over and over again. And that's just... I don't know if mono red can actually beat that. Like, as many bolts as you have, I have 3-3s. Let's go. Pingy boy. I think you're favorite here. I am inclined to agree. I can't believe I've not followed you since I changed my handle. Wish the code would have been given to me before Tannen got to me first. Aw, it's all good, Teddy. No worries. But, yeah. You guys should check out some of Hipsters' articles. It's an easy way to support me without actually spending any money at all. Am I just going to get bolted a million times? What do you have, like a light up the stage? Like, I don't really get why we're the main facing this if, like, you can't attack with this still. Like, I will just block on my 3-3. Have we just been bolted, like, twice? Bolted twice and speared? Sort of virtual 11? I think the play this turn, I'm just going to give this a counter and haste. Okay, that makes things a little more interesting, I think. Boop. So we can put 2 3-3s into play and attack for 6, or we can put Gruul Spellbreaker into play and attack for like 1 million. I like attacking for 1 million. I think we're gonna make a 2-2 Llanowar Elves too, to like keep this in check. Yeah, that seems like a really good turn. We're gonna do that. Alright, we're going to give this a counter and haste. Grow our Pelt Collector. And I guess we'll go ahead and play this as a 2-2. Like, I don't really know what they're going to do about it. But the F6 value. Put a counter on this. So it blocks. Also just like another good attacker next turn. Hiya! Take that, opponent. Here's 11 on turn 4. Gotcha. We got some big creatures. We got a couple more coming. Next turn, we got some Growth Chamber Guardians. I'm actually probably only going to play one next turn, give it haste, and then adapt it. It's probably the best play. Just get them dead. Alright, they chose to take 11. 12? 11. Yeah, that's right, they dealt one to themselves. They put themselves to 6. See, like, what is this card doing in your deck? Like, I'm aggroing you down. What are you doing? Why are you activating this card? Stop! Just stop it. Alright. There's no F6 value in this game. Yes, there is. It auto passes for you, Mo. That's F6 value. Alright, here we go. Oh no. This is like such a disaster if they kill our Llanowar Elves. We have 20 lands left in the deck. 7 cards deep, so 20 lands in 53 cards. We have 1 step to hit. I guess we could Llanowar Elves Pelt Collector. That's pretty bad, though. We're dead to sweepers. So, assuming... I think it's fine to miss for the first turn if we miss for the second turn. So, in 2 steps... Anybody want to hyper-geometric this? We get 2 steps at a land, any land, and I think we can win. I'm gonna, like, brain it, though, and say it's probably about 60%, which I don't like. I think we're more likely to win on a 6. Alright, this is fine. Keep. Lands. Goodbye. This is the mediocre draws of the deck where, like, we don't really have a 2-drop to play. But, like, our 3-drop's good, and we got the good 4-drops. We just want to draw all lands for the rest of this game. I don't think this matchup's very good. Although that was a very good draw. Kill this before they can put stuff on it. Because if we can just buy time in this matchup, I think we're alright. This card kind of keeps Tempest Gen in check and all the rest of the flyers. That's unfortunate. I guess it doesn't really impact anything to attack first. No F6 value here. Yep. I knew this was a risk, but like I don't really think we're getting anywhere not attacking. Although, if they have a Curious Obsession, it's a little awkward. Because, like, they can Curious Obsession this, and I'm really incentivized not to block. Dang! They have it! What professionals? So if we draw a land, we can make a 4/4. Alright. Like I said, this is like, kind of why I think this match was bad. Because, like, now all their counter spells are fantastic. And, like, blocking this would normally be pretty, like... I guess this is fine. Would normally be, like... inconsequential. It's only a 3/3, and like our stuff like is bigger than that. But we gotta draw lands. All right, I think we're done here. I know a lost game when I see one. Boop. Gosh, Arena's so great. You can just like not like I don't feel guilty at all for just like conceding games I have no interest in like continuing. Like games like that where I'm just like we're pretty deterministically dead. I can just concede, move on with my life. The value in Moto is it saves clock time? No, it saves effort. It saves you clicks, Mo. It doesn't just save you effort. I mean, it doesn't save you time. It saves you effort. Ghalta's pretty bad in this particular hand, I think. Maybe it's fine. Going first, though, we don't have a 1-drop, which is unattractive. Summon Mulligan. What is this hand? They looked at 2 6s, I guess, and picked the better of those two. Keep. Thought of that. Man, this deck's busted. I got turn 1 Llanowar Elves. How do they win? I'm going to power out all my 3 and 4 drops. Oh no! My Llanowar Elves is dead. Rude. We're not dead in the water, but we need a series of some good draw steps. At this point, I think just running lands is fun. This is why I said like 21 lands might be too low, but the thing is like flooding out's pretty bad. think we're not dead. I'm going to take one more draw step before conceding. Although, ironically, I think I've kept more 4-landers in mono red with 20 lands than I've kept, like, than I've had to mulligan, like, no landers in this hand. It's the stupid shuffler. Nice card. Show me the risk factor. Show it to me. There it is. Alright. Yeah. This may be premature. So if I draw a red source, like, we're obviously taking 4 here. If I draw a red source, they have 5 cards in hand. We're only taking 1 from Get to Lava Runner. They have to have a lot of lands, I think, before we can get out of this. But I think we might, with a Mountain or a Rootbound Crag draw, be in this game. That's fine. That makes sense. Down to 4 cards. We're at 10. I don't think that's good enough. All right, we're dead. And that's the best thing too about playing aggressive decks on Arena is that, like, you just roll through games so fast. So fast. And you learn a lot. Like, I think, I don't know. I don't really want to adjust the mana base based on just, like, that turn, but I had been thinking for a while that 21 lands might be too low. We might check out one. What stops you from doing that in Moto or paper? What do you mean? What stops you from doing what? Just passing? I don't understand. Because, like, in paper, like, there's actual advantages to be gained. Whereas, like, if your opponent's, like, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, you don't have the, like, same reads off your opponent when they make plays, like, during, their first main phase, for instance, that you do in paper. Like, I think the human aspect kind of comes into play a lot. Yeah, this is probably dead, but I don't think I care that much because we have some Growth Chamber Guardians. Like, obviously I'd like to Pelt Collector into Growth Chamber Guardian. What's up? You said you don't feel bad just conceding games in specifically Arena? Oh yeah. Well, because there's nothing on the line. Like, the ladder means so little, like, to me especially. Like, I just, like, what does the ladder do for me? Like, I'm willing to concede way earlier in Arena than online because of... Ooh. Because, like, there's just, like, not nearly as much on the line. Like, when I'm playing paper tournaments, there's usually a lot on the line. Yeah. Make some tutus. Drawing a land is good. If they don't kill our elves and we don't draw land, I think we're still okay. Because, like, adapting this is still a good turn because it attacks through the field. I think we're still at a high enough life total. It just, like, doesn't really matter. If they attack, I'm going to consider blocking with Get to Lava Runner. Like, I want to conserve my life total because I think if we make it to the late game, then, like, I'm very likely to win the game. So, like, conserving early points of damage are, like, some of the easiest ways to make sure that you make it to that late game. Shock my Simic Growth Guardian. Or Growth Chamber Guardian. Very interesting. Play your second land. So they could just shock this and hit me for 2. Yep. Deal 1 to me, shoot this. Still pretty fine with this turn. The Llanowar Elves is, like, far more important to me than, like, the 2/2s. That was a good draw. You can play 2/2s or a 4 or a 3, right? We can just play the 3. I think just playing the Nullhide Ferox is still the best. Just because, like, getting that attacking is just going to be far more valuable. And also, if they kill Llanowar Elves next turn, it's, like, still the best thing, like, the best opportunity to get it in play. Yeah, it's a 6/6. It's a 6/6 with, like, words. She says, like, word soup. Chain Whirler. Yeah, there we go. Now I feel really smart. Big brain. We can still cast Gruul Spellbreaker next turn. Fanatical Firebrand's fine. Alright, well, we're at a healthy 12 and they have no cards in hand, so that's a good spot to be. We drew our 4th land too, like the professionals that we are. So Gruul Spellbreaker is the best blocker. If we attack with Nullhide Ferox, they can like trade away their board for it. If they take 6, they go to 14. We can play Gruul Spellbreaker. Then we have like, we can take a potential of 3. If they draw a burn spell, we're still fine because we're going to make it a 4/4. But like, we wouldn't block Chain Whirler at that point, right? Oh no, they could Fanatical Firebrand plus bolt it. I think no matter what, we have to get attacking, so I'm going to attack and just see how they react. If they block with Electrostatic Field, I think that's actually the worst thing for me, because like that means they've identified this card's probably not going to do anything for the rest of this game. So I think the smart block from their angle is block with this. But I guess this block kind of makes sense. Although I'm actually pretty happy to see this if I'm planning to make this a 4/4, because it means that like bolts aren't actually going to kill me. Like I want this damage to really go upstairs. Resolve. Alright, yeah, now we can definitely safely play a Gruul Spellbreaker, put a counter on it. And pass. Still like probably not going to block the Chain Whirler if they attack out, because like obviously getting bolted with like first strike is a complete disaster. Whereas like I at least get to trade with 2 of their cards if we get to block the Lava Runner. We can like chump this card for the rest of the game. Bolt Face. I'm at 7. You can attack with both. Loose Chain Whirler, put me to 5. That doesn't seem very good. Rhythm of the Wild, you say. Do we have time to cast? Oh, we can't cast this. Do we have time to play this and adapt it? I don't think we do. I think we're still just going to attack with both. And then we can just play both creatures and jump if we have to. I think we're still going to win this race, assuming they ever draw a land for sure. But even if they draw like shocks, I think we're all right. Shock puts me to 6, kills a thing. We take 2, go to 4. Yeah, shock's a good card. Definitely happy to see this. Boop. Kill the Chain Whirler. Yes, that is fine. Hit you for 6. Play my creatures. Spew creatures! Kind of a tilt that this card doesn't attack very well through electrostatic fields. Turns out the card is going to do something. But like, we still have this plus this. We're probably just going to leave this black to block forever. Because like, we need to do that anyway. And like, adapting this still lets me attack very well. So, I think we're still in a good position. We're still attacking for 10 a turn. Putting them under the abyss. That puts me to 3. Dead to a bolt. It's a good draw. Opponent is not drawing lands. You need to draw lands, opponent. Hey, that's a Ghalta for 2 mana. I'm in. Maybe we're supposed to adapt. What's the change in clock? If we just attack with this. Fine. We will attack with both of these first and see how they respond. Because adapting is instant speed. It's so busted. Yeah, this block makes sense. This puppy at the 10 doesn't matter, so yeah, we're just going to let this happen. We left this back in case they just said, like, no blocks and took it all. Like, that way, like, we're less likely to get attacked through. Even though we're playing Ghalta this turn, I don't think attacking with this gets anywhere. Obviously could be wrong. Did you draw a bolt? Actually, shock kills me too. Am I dead? Am I dead? Risk factor? Oh, probably dead. Decline. Ancestral Recall. I don't think they're dead. No, yeah, they are dead to Ghalta, so they have to just kill me. Am I dead? Kill me! Kill me! Good game. Are you aggro good gaming me, or are you actually dead? Hey! We got there! We're so professional. They missed on a lightning bolt or a shock in 3 cards. That's very fortunate. Would a second wall keep them alive? They have 8 toughness blocking. So they can block 6, 8. No, it doesn't. Alright, fine. Yeah, they didn't have as many outs maybe as I thought they did. Boop. GG. When do you start your stream, Mo? You're streaming tonight, right? Already on Twitch? Hanging out? I really appreciate you hanging out. I really appreciate everybody out here hanging out. I know there's a lot of people watching Arena. I appreciate you. A lot of people playing Arena. I really appreciate you, those of you spending time with me. Playing some bad Gruul decks. I'm a sucker for some bad Gruul decks. Let me tell you what. Yep, that's lit. Let's see. 8. There's 13 red sources in this deck. Yeah, it's nowhere close to worth it. There they are. Found them all. Yeah, that sounds great. Bottom that. Want to draw a spell. Enters tapped. We got a Watch Wolf on 2. Oh, my opponent is also on a Pelt Collector strategy. We can hold the Lava Coil. So I think I'm just going to play a Watch Wolf. Counter. Oh, Watch Wolf's actually the right card. It's the Watch Wolf's the green and the white for a 3/3 vanilla creature, right? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, you get a counter on this thing. Mono green? Are we mono green opponent? Mono green Stompy? Probably a Steel Leaf strategy. If they are a Steel Leaf strategy, I'm going to feel really stupid for not holding Lava Coil. So Growth Chamber Guardian, the consideration here is that Growth Chamber Guardian, we can pump it to 4/4. If we miss on the land next turn, we can pump it to a 4/4 and block the Merfolk Branchwalker, where it's like I'm not really attracted to this block right now. I would be willing to block and trade with this, but I don't think I'm going to make this block. But yeah, no, we wouldn't trade with the Branchwalker. We would just eat it. And that's pretty interesting. It also like can block Steel Leaf Champion. I guess this is a little bit of insurance against Steel Leaf Champion. I'm going to play this and pass. Like I said, I'm solely playing Growth Chamber Guardian over the second Watch Wolf to have like a 1 creature that will trade with a Steel Leaf if they have it. Willing to block this in a million years. Ooh. Well, that's just the best draw possible, I think, was a land for our Rekindling Phoenix. I don't know why they're holding their mana up. I have to wonder if they have like pump spells or something. They could have that like Gruul fight card, I guess, like to like try to blow me out if I went to adapt. But I don't really know what they're holding up here. They could just not actually have anything to play for under 3 mana. Is this not a Rhythm of the Wild deck? Where's your red mana, homie? I think this is a good time to get Rhythm in play. We don't race a Nullhide Ferox well, so I'm just going to say no attacks. If they Ghalta me, I think we're dead. We don't really have good answers to Ghalta. So, like, now we have to think about what removal they have in white. Like, now that they've shown white, which I think was a big mistake to do pre-combat, showing white unless they have specifically a combat trick for it. I'm just going to say no blocks. And we're going to try to race. Oh, that's a Nullhide Ferox. That's pretty good. I'm going to attack with Rekindling Phoenix and the Goblin just to get this off the table. If they choose not to block, obviously we're hitting them for 7. I don't think they're going to sniff out Nullhide Ferox. The thing is, this Nullhide Ferox is awkward with this Lava Coil. Two mana to cast non-creature spells. Alright, what's your combat trick? What do you have? Plus one was a counter, gains indestructible. Sure. Playing a sure assemble? Sure to assemble, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting. So we could play a 4/4 and Lava Coil. Says indestructible, right? Alright. Or we can just play our 7/7. And get hit for 4. I'm going to play my 7/7. Counter. Now mine blocks yours. Check it out. My Nullhide Ferox is better than yours. Well, Mo, trying to get a read on Team Nova, researching the competition. Oh, what competition? We're garbage. What do you mean? What do you mean? So, we could adapt. Could also just play a 4/4. I mean, we have the flyer. I don't know why we're like thinking about this so hard. Like, they're spooking me out with all this white mana up, but we have the flyers, so we're just kind of winning the ground game no matter what. Just put counters on this. I think we're just gonna play this and put a counter on it too. I don't really want it for the haste. I don't really think they have flyers. If they do, I'll feel a little dumb. Yeah, maybe we'll hold it. I'm gonna hold this Harpooner. I just don't think that I don't really see a good reason to deploy it. Like, we have the board kind of like locked up for the moment. I am still scared of Ghalta because they look to be a stompy deck that would play Ghalta. Apparently they have Vivian Reed in their deck too. Just all these cards. We can make this a 5/5. That blocks well. Alright, well, we're still gonna hit you with the flyer. I will win in 3 turns if you continue to make no game actions. Counter, counter. Go. And this will insulate us against Settle if they have their second planes and the Settle in their Stompy deck. Root in my list is posted, so... I mean, this is almost certainly not what I'm playing at Indy. It might be. I mean, I don't know. It would take a lot. I'd have to be very impressed with this deck. I plan to finish up my testing on Thursday. You've played a land and passed again. So, what did you just draw? 1,000,000 lands? Is this an instant? You can make 3 2/2s with Vigilance at instant speed. Alright. Sure. Best way to play around that's just, like, once again, attack with just the Phoenix. Alright, you're dead on board because of the Phoenix. Once again, I'm going to hold Kraul Harpooner as just like another hasty thing. That hopefully will have a lot of power. We making 3 2/2s? Is that what we're doing? We out here making 3 2/2s? Gotta pay what? 6, 7, 8 mana for it? You got it. Come on. 3 2/2s. It's like... scroll wheel of stuff on this thing. Yeah, all these words. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. We did this whole board state for the whole time. That's honestly why I've liked Rekindling Phoenix more than Sunder Shaman on my main deck. Is like, it just breaks up games like that where we're just like sitting there staring at each other where we've clogged up the ground, and it's like, check it out, I have a Phoenix, you don't. I'm pretty locked in on my sweet deck. I haven't seen your sweet deck, Mo. I'm gonna go check it out. Did you post it on Twitter? This hand is great. Drake, how are the glasses treating you, and do you have extras? I do not have extras. I got these for Christmas, and they've been great. I use them at work, too, because, like, obviously I'm just, like, looking at code and stuff all day, so it really helps with the eye strain a lot. It helps with, like, the contrast of, like, black words on white paper, just, like, that contrast is pretty rough on your eyes, and it, like, helps, like, smooth it out, makes things easier to read. No, it's on your stream, Decker? That's fair. You gonna be playing it tonight? So once I'm done streaming, I can come check out your stream, Mo? Go scout you. Scout the competition. Professional Magic player Mo. Oh no. Honestly, this card, every time I see this card in my Llanowar Elves hands, I just like, I feel so awful. It makes me so sad. We still got a good turn ahead of us next turn where we get to like not have to take damage here if they like just kill this and we get to play a second one. And then we don't, like, the secret to the second one is we care a lot about this one. We don't care about the second one, which, well, apparently they're pretty committed to killing. No land? Yes! Deal. I can beat this. Intercept. And now we got, like, this sweet rhythm into Nullhide Ferox because they're just not doing any damage to us because they're killing all our Llanowar Elves. If they don't kill this Llanowar Elves, I'm actually probably just going to play the Nullhide Ferox. What is this decision? Why are you making me make this decision? No blocks. Light up the stage. Oh, could have stopped that from happening. Looks like you're going to miss a land anyway. Very nice, very nice. So we could Gruul Spellbreaker. We can't Rhythm Nullhide anytime soon. Well, yeah, we could just like pay 2 mana and like pay a 5 mana Rhythm next turn. I think that's kind of fine. Like I want to get this down and attacking. We play both of these cards. Good game. Wow, we're just eating up these red decks. That is why I play this deck on the ladder a lot, though. Is like it has a very good red matchup, and that deck's all over the arena ladders. So it's like kind of nice to be able to play this sweet deck that like beats up on red a little bit. I mean, we did lose to it once today, but in the games we played so far. But that was because we missed on land drops. Six sixes are great versus red. Agree. This hand is like fine. Yeah, this hand's fine. It's not insane. It's fine. Hollowed Fountain strategy. That's not good. If that's the case, I think we want to play this because like then we can like adapt it on their counterspell for 2 mana turn. Oh, never mind. It's a Bant strategy. Well, in that case, I think we're gonna hold off. We're going to play our Llanowar Elves and then a Kraul Harpooner. I don't want this Llanowar Elves getting quenched. I don't mind if this Kraul Harpooner gets quenched. We do not get quenched, team. Growth Spiral. Nexus. Nexus deck. About to get Wilderness Reclamationed. It's decks like these that make me wish I was in like Naya just so that I could have like Knight of Autumn in my deck. Knight of Autumn with Riot seems kind of sweet. Just like make a 3/2 instead. Or just make it like a 5/4. What does my turn look like? I mean, if they're representing Settle, like I can play this, but I just don't think they play Settle. I don't think this deck has Settle. So, alternatively, we can just play both of these creatures. We could play both. We could adapt this and play this creature. Adapting hits for 7. And then can we kill them in 2? We can hit them for 7. Yeah, we can kill them in 2. That's kind of attractive. I think I'm gonna try to kill them in 2. All right. Yeah. I'm working on it. Take action. Go grab the second one in case they have a sweeper. Boop. Also, it's going to reflect week 1 in the open. Alright, let's attack with these. Hit them for 7. Put them to 11. And then we get to play the second. Let me make sure this math's right. 6, 10. Yeah. So the second Kraul Harpooner is going to be a big game. Because like with Gruul Spellbreaker, we get to kill them next turn. Honestly, this Kraul Harpooner is kind of irrelevant. Like, I can afford for this to get countered. Oh no, not countered in game 3 life, though. Stop. Crap. Alright, well now they're going to go to 3, where they would be dead. Search for Azcant is a deal. I assume they're holding up counter magic here. If they're holding up counter magic, I guess we want to lead on. Can they flip this anytime soon? No. They shock to play Search for Azcant. They wouldn't shock unless they definitely had counter magic, right? So if they definitely have counter magic, how are we playing this turn? We're gonna go. You think they're countering the growth chamber? I don't think they care. I'm gonna hit them for. $7. Is it worth hitting for 8? Can put them to 4. Yeah, I think it is actually worth this. Because like we can still play both of these two, which I think is our turn. Our turn is going to be both of these cards to play around counter magic. And like this puts them dead to either one of them. So let's shock this in. Let's lead on this one. Right. Yeah, they have counter spells. Let's lead on this one. Absorb makes a lot of sense. And then we're going to play Gruul Spellbreaker, make it a 4/4, and ship it. Why am I waiting, Mo? Oh no, you have me scared. What did I do wrong? I think my play was good. They're still like a million turns away from being able to activate Ghalta. Hydroid Cressus. Gain a life. You're at 8. They're still dead on board, right? Quick maths? Yeah, okay, cool. Good game. We did it! Dub! We're in Plat 2, team. Plat 2. We are making it up the ladder. Boop. Ooh, Undercity Necrolisk. Just what I needed. Yeah, the Nexus deck I think is pretty hard. That was a weird deck, though. It had Krasis in it, too. I assume it's a Wilderness Reclamation deck. I assume it's a Nexus deck. I don't know. I don't really know what the other thing is doing it. Plat 2 streamer? What a professional. Was there like 1,000 people in Mythic? Opponent goes first. This is like any land away from being good, right? Except Mountain. Alright, I think I have to look at this. Oh, it's so nice. Look at this beautiful curve. This is actually pretty sweet. Deal. This is an even better curve. They have Llanowar Elves, so we probably can't win. Oh, my one drop is worse than yours, even though it's a rare. Go! Little over 1,000? Yeah, there's 1,000 people in Mythic. I'm working on it. I just actually haven't, like I said, the ladder hasn't been that important to me. This card is obnoxious, but not unbeatable. It can get out of hand, but, like, it still has trouble being bigger than a Nullhide Ferox. They're unlikely to have flyers. But I think we're going to need this to grow to 3 power. So I'm going to play the Growth Chamber Guardian first. No attacks. Not bluffing the nothing. Drake, am I to drive 3 hours for a classic just to say hi to friends? I absolutely have done that before, Teddy. I've driven 6 hours to a classic to say hi to... Well, not really as much to say hi to friends, just to play in a classic, I think. Golgraska, Golgari Queen. That's pretty obnoxious. Both my creatures are going to get bigger than this Wildgrowth Walker to attack her, though. So yeah, like if you make this play, like we're just going to play a Harpooner, make it 3 and attack this. Which makes your Wildgrowth Walker in an awkward spot. Well, I guess we hold Harpooner now and play this instead. Put a counter on it. I guess we could give it haste and guarantee that we kill Vraska. Is that good? Whereas this gives them the option? Alright, we'll give it haste. Boop. Yeah, this makes sense. Although, actually, this block doesn't make sense. Why didn't you just let it die? Rudy's going just to see you, I guess. I was in no way going to Indy for any other reason. Correct. Alright, now this game gets hard. Now this game gets really hard. Really, really hard. Alright, it's a 3/5. That's a Branch Walker. That's a 3/2. So, like, because we have no hard kill spells, this Walker could easily just, like, get to obnoxious sizes. The life total thing, we don't matter. Like, when we win this game, it's going to be by miles. Not drawing the land was obviously very big. I think we just have to pass. Ugh. And now they have a source of advantage. We're probably pretty likely to be dead. Yeah, that's a thing. It's pretty good though. Oh no, it's not. Vivian kills it. We're done here. Ugh. Yeah, Wildgrowth Walker can pretty easily get out of hand against us. Our only answer is Lava Coil, so we don't have the Lava Coil immediately. Like, the Explorer creatures don't matter. We can always attack past those. Like, our creatures are generally about 4/4s, so we can attack, like, into the 3/2s pretty easily. Even the 4/3s we can attack into reasonably. But, like, Walker, as soon as it hits 5 toughness, starts getting pretty hard, and then once it gets 7 toughness, it's just, like, really, really hard, because the only thing it attacks through is Ghalta. No one drop. Oh, and we're on the draw? Fine, we have to mulligan this. These are the hands you run into. Actually, this is a perfect example of why this deck's like not as good as I wanted it to be. It's because you run into these hands of like, I'm playing a 21 land deck that has like a bunch of 3s and 4s and apparently some 12s in it. So then you run into these hands. I'm going to keep this on the draw. If we miss on the green source, then we suck. Oh, professional. Indianapolis on Friday, scrambling for cards. We can hang out, test, talk, shop. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be in around 10. Are you guys go to dinner, right? Where are we going? Where are we dropping, boys? The Hunted Witness strategy. Going for a turn 2 rhythm here. Ugh, Boros Challenger. That grows Hunted Witness. No blocks. Ghalta's sweet. This Ghalta is probably gonna have haste on turn 4. Well, I guess we'd have to draw lands for that. We'd have to draw kind of a lot of lands for that. Make your thing a 2. This costs 4 mana to pump. Odonto Vanguard. Making a 4/4 seems increasingly important. Another Ghalta. Perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. Put a counter on this. Let's start blocking. Counter. Ghalta is 5 mana. Take action. Alright, we missed on the land, so Ghalta is probably looking to be an even later play than I had originally wanted. But that's okay. We will persevere. Boop. Yeah, I think we had to make both land drops, right? Because like then next turn we could go... Like this turn we'd have 4 mana, next turn we could go 3 mana, 4 mana. Legion's Landing. You can't attack, right? Oh, this attack. What is this attack? You need the land that bad? Alright, deal. Whatever, if you have shock, then it sucks to suck. Make these blocks. Blow me out, please. I have not been blown out enough in my life. Make a 1/1. I can beat a lot of 1/1s. I can beat a lot of 1/1s. We have 12/12s for that. You should pass the turn. Blech. Do you exile Rhythm here? I feel like you probably do. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, well, this still becomes a 4/4, which still lets us play Ghalta on the next turn, provided nothing else goes badly. So we can hit them for 7. Is that something I'm interested in? I think hitting them for 4 is reasonable. Like, we need to start, like, dwindling down their life total, and, like, taking an extra 1 doesn't matter that much. Like, we just want to make sure we can block this, for sure, and then we want to make sure we can block this. The only thing that kind of blows us out is Heroic Reinforcements, but I think they miss a land drop, so, like, I'm going to assume that they're not going to have Heroic Reinforcements on this turn. Sub, but you're not. Subbed your teammate. Catch you later, Teddy. Maybe Saturday I'll tweet about my decision. That's fair. I mean, whatever you decide. It is up to you. Alright, now we get Ghalta plus Growth Chamber Guardian. There's a Tajik in play. Yeah, I guess we just, like, make this play. Like, it is attractive to try to get Phoenix into play, but I don't really care that much about it. Alright, Ghalta will grow Pelt Collector. He can't give this first strike yet. I think I'm going to attack with the Pelt Collector. Like, they have to, like, commit so many resources to blocking it, and, like, that's going to make them weak to Ghalta if they do. Alright, yeah, they're just done. They don't want to play against Ghalta. It's so good against board states that are clogged, chat. It's so good. That's like the reason to play this deck is because Ghalta is so stupid. It's even stupider with haste, but they blew my stupid rhythm up. So frustrating. Everything's stupid. I lost my gift sub before you updated emotes. Look at all these emotes. Mo's been going in on the emotes. Ghalta is very, very strong. I agree. Moon has the best emotes. Alright, what do we think of this hand? This hand is great! We got the old Pelt Collector Watchwolf turn 2. Opponent mulligan to 6, which is also great for us. In the tank about the mull to 5. Move it, Scorpion! Move it! Rue actually has the best emotes. I think all emotes are equal in my heart. Boop. Here's Llanowar Elves. Don't kill my elves! My sweet elves I got for playing Popper. Holiday Popper. Oh no, this looks like a dead elf to me. This looks like a real dead elf to me, chat. A real dead elf. F in the chat for the elf. Lived a good life. I actually think I want to play Pelt Collector and then play a tap land here. Conserve the life total. Like, it's kind of already, like, I feel incentivized to already, like, get this into play before playing, like, my stuff anyway. But, like, being able to, like, spare 2 life on the tap land I think is even more attractive. So, I like it. Is this a Vashano Pyromancer? It is not. So we can Spellbreaker, we can Zhur-Taa. I think I'm going to play the Watchwolf. Could give it haste. Attack for 4. Kind of like that. We're going to do it. It grows it the same either way. We just get to start attacking earlier. We can like kind of switch roles, pivot, and be the aggressor instead of trying to stabilize before attacking. I likes it. Slam! F. Thank you, Mo, for the F. I really appreciate it. Strong play, Drake. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Mo. I tried really hard. Lightning Strike my creature. That'll be a deal for me, dog. That's a lot of Fs. Whoa. Goblin Chain Whirler. Okay. Zhur-Taa looks pretty bad against Chain Whirler no matter what, but Nullhide Ferox looks great against Chain Whirler, so here we are. No attacks. Your turn, opponent. Beat a 6/6, please. Actually, please don't. Please just die to this. The Abyss. Move it, Scorpion. Don't like scorpions. Rude. Why even shock that? That card was like completely invalidated by this Chain Whirler. The main phase shock, very puzzling to me. I just want to get Phoenix in play. Alright. Actually, I think I kind of just want to get Spellbreaker in play because it blocks Chain Whirler really well. Right? They both block Chain Whirler pretty well. I think we're going to play Phoenix. Because, like, we're not blocking. And if we're not blocking, then we're just going to be attacking for 10. And, like, this puts them to dead on board. Well, dead to known information because of the, to our known information because of the riot. So, for some reason, this thing attacks, then we're Gucci. This still does not profitably block in Nullhide Ferox. Thank goodness they didn't have the second Chain Whirler. That happens to be very good against Nullhide Ferox. Thing is, they're incentivized to attack in case, like, they want me to block. Whoa, they just gonna, like, burn 2 bird spells on this? That would be really nice. There it goes. Down and out. 1 card in hand, and I'm at 17. Boop. They move for 3. We're gonna make this a 4/4 because, like, not getting striked is so big. Shouldn't do this pre-combat, but we are. Boom. Attack. On a 2-turn with Nullhide, we got good blockers for both their creatures, and they have, like, no spells. Boop. Boop, yeah. If they attack with Chain Whirler, obviously we're going to block. There's just 0% to attack with Chain Whirler. The second Chain Whirler is kind of obnoxious. Remember that part where I was saying 2 Chain Whirlers is really good against Nullhide Ferox? That's because it is. Alright, let's play this thing. Well, it sounds like we have been stonewalled until we can make some stuff bigger. Vashano Pyromancer. You got it. Now would be a great time for the Ghalta to show up. Very opportune. It's not the worst. We still have no good attacks. They can attack with both these. They just double block, take 4, go to 8. We can take 8, whatever. Yeah, we still have no good attacks. We might just die. We might die here, chat. That would be real tragic. We need to, like, get some Growth Chamber Guardians going or something. Just like, oh no! Now we look real dead. Okay. You say so. Lava Coil. Zhur-Taa. That makes 4/4s. That makes this a 4/4. Alright. What happens if we play this, put a counter on it, give it haste, and we attack all out? Do they still have the double block available? I think they do. What's up? Hey, thanks for the hosting. Guys, I really appreciate it, man. How was your stream? I assume the notification will come up here shortly. I guess maybe it's not. Awkward. I may have like missed out this Streamlab setup. We're playing Gruul against Mono Red, and they have 2 Chain Wheelers, so I'm trying to figure out if we have good attacks. Make this 3/3 haste, attack, double block, block, take 3, 6, 10. They go to 2. Is that good blocks? I don't think we're beating the frenzy otherwise, so I'm actually gonna make the attack. Haste. Alright, what if they just block block? They could block block chump, take 7. Then they get to keep 2 Chain Whirlers. Whatever. We're not beating the frenzy. Done thinking. Damn, he's got the streamer chair and glasses and everything. Oh yeah, I'm all kinds of fancy. How's it going, Dingus? Thanks everybody that came from Dingus' chat. This is pretty awkward. Opponent in the tank. Also, if they double block, they can't double block this because it pumps these Pelt Collectors, right? So actually, that's even better. Yeah, this block I think might actually kill them. Because this has trample and has 3 counters. So yeah, it's like 5, 9, 12. They get exact seized if they block like this and block one of the Pelt Collectors. I don't know if they know that interaction, that these will trigger from the first strike before. Oh, they definitely don't. They're very dead. Look, we did it. We needed them to mess up, and they did. We did it, chat. Such professionals. In before double land off Frenzy. I mean, I don't know what they're going to hit off Frenzy, but they just killed themselves with that block. Because Pelt Collector is busto. Got him. We did it, chat. Alright. Boop. How's everybody doing? We've been live. I've been live for... Ooh, we got a Mythic. Been live for about an hour playing some Gruul aggro on the ladder. We are in Plat 2 right now. What's going on, Canner? Mr. Zachary? I saw your stream the other day. I popped in for a little bit, but I didn't have the chance to talk. I just had you on in the background. Stream is looking good, man. Stream's looking good. Is this hand good? I think on the play I would like this hand. On the draw, I'm really not that big of a fan of it. We have a 2-drop, though, and, like, functional mana. It's hard to ask for more. We also have a Ghalta. Whatever. If this is, like, something that has a good turn 1 play, we'll just die. I'm fine just dying. Now we got Rhythm on turn 3. Everything's wonderful. Search. Alright, we're probably dead. They have the search on turn 2. We can't win. The card is unbeatable. Like I said, this game I think would look a lot better for us if we were on the play. Because, like... Whoa! Frilled Mystic. They need land drops. No plays. No plays is very interesting. Attack. Hit you. Play Rhythm. Please don't counter this. This will insulate us against Frilled Mystics. Gross Spiral. They gonna like Gross Spiral into Quench? Oh no, they just missed on the land. Lit. I wonder if they have Spellbreaker in their deck and that's what they were drawing to. Not that it really matters against us anymore, because like this is one of the only non-creature spells we have in our deck. Gift of Paradise. Deal. I'm not a Fog expert, but when Fog misses their land drops, I think the deck gets a lot worse. Gruul Spellbreaker. We're going to put a counter on it and give it haste. Hit him for 6. this should let me play my next Gruul Spellbreaker and Ghalta next turn, so they are actually dead in this hand, but they probably have a fog. Bin Crisis. Do you have the Wilderness Reclamation? Like, if you got, like, no lands, like, your hand can't be that good, right? Nothing. Just nothing. Okay. So, I guess we just counter haste Ghalta, right? Like, there's no real reason to do anything else. Like, we can't really do much else. Counter haste Ghalta. Now we give Ghalta a counter. So it's a 13-13. Alright, show me the fog. You dead? Oh, you dead? You are not dead. Wait. That doesn't do anything. This is not a fog. Oh no, it does. It keeps him alive because it shrinks this thing's power. No. Quick Mass was bad. Alright, they're at 1. Some reach would be nice, but I think we're probably dead. Show me Wilderness Reclamation. This card actually stopped Ghalta. Should have put a counter on it, chat. We should have put a counter on it. Lol. The activate as can't to concede. I'm here for it. We got really lucky to win that one. That matchup's really, really hard. Because we just don't have any, like, anything to stop them what they're doing. We have no negates, no, like, duresses. We just have to, like, put them under the, like, fog abyss and make sure they have a fog every turn if we lose. Oh, gosh. Alright, what do I think of this? Still on the draw. We can just never get the play. Ever. Yeah, I think we keep this for the same reason we kept our last hand. Like, functional mana, we got a 2-drop, a 3-drop. It's hard to ask, like, more out of your standard hands, I think. Also, like, we can... not having a 1-drop lets us play Stomping Ground free. There's some upside. Some upside. Painless mana. Is this fog again? I'd really like for it not to be fog again. I'm going to put a counter on this. I think it is far more important that this hits harder. Especially if we draw Ghaltas. Bants. Pass, you say. Alright. I'm going to try to play Rhythm this turn, because if we can play Nullhide with haste next turn, that's pretty good. Also invalidates counterspells. Which I don't think especially the Nexus deck, I don't think they play very many counterspells. Ooh, Gross Spiral. Ghalta A. That's a good one. They're still missing land drops, so we're just going to play these until they die, I guess. Haste. Attack for 9. Put you 2 Dobbs. Gross Spiral. Tried to hit a land. They did. Gross Spiral. Tried to hit another land. They did not. Okay. Pretty hard for them to kill us here. Seal away my Nullhide Ferox. Okay. I can beat that. I have another one. Haste. Good game, opponent. Nullhide Ferox with haste. Still good. Alright. We're getting pretty lucky to beat these, like, Bant decks. These Bant spell decks we just, like, basically can't interact with. Like, another card. League Guildmage. More importantly, I got 750 gold. Rip no 4th land. Correct. Seems like a keep to me. If we're playing against mono red, this is not going to feel great. Fortunately, we are not. Still, we're shocking. I don't think so. I think we can play this land. We can play this game without taking any damage off our lands. No, we have to take 2. So I should have shocked. Assuming we don't draw only lands, which, hey, you know, currently still on the table. Am I attacking? This is a Merfolk Trickster I don't want to attack. Actually, I kind of want them to expose their Merfolk Trickster if they have it. Because I want to shoot it with a Lava Coil. Yeah, I think this very well could be bad, but with no 3-drop to play, I don't mind playing my creature on 3. And I do want to make sure that they don't get to, like, Curious Obsession a Merfolk Trickster again. Well, that's sweet. And we have a removal spell for their flyer. Alright. Enter tapped. They play Quench probably, but not like any kind of Force Spike, so I don't see a reason to untap that. And this is where things get a little weird, I think. Because, like, now we can play Ferox around Quench next turn. I don't necessarily think they would counter this. I think I'm just going to put Nullhide Ferox into play. They do not have it. What is your hand, opponent? You've played 1 magic card. Very lucky to draw the Harpooner as an answer to Tempest-Djinn, if that's what they were doing. Well, we got there anyway. We were moving through these, like, wins and platinum. I feel like we're not even playing against that much mono red. Like, previously, I'd been playing basically nothing but mono red mirrors, which I happen to rather enjoy. Like, having played enough mono red in the best of one, I really enjoy the mono red mirror for some reason. It doesn't seem like it'd be terribly interesting, but I actually find, like, a lot of the, like, when to shock face and when to, like, shock creatures pretty interesting. But, like, I'm basically playing this deck to beat up on mono red, and there has been almost no mono red. This is a pretty easy mulligan. Jesus. I mean, this hand's a little better. Do we want the 4th land right away? But it is red. Alright, sure, whatever. Hopefully this deck loses to Phoenix. If it doesn't, we're dead. We're dead to mono red this game, too. Alright. Ghalta Shrine Go is something that might lose to a bunch of Phoenixes. Alright, what do we got? More lands. Just what the doctor ordered. Kind of ironic that, like, this, that land would cast a Phoenix if we had bottomed the Stomping Ground. Another land, ain't it, Chief? Whatever, let's see if they have a counterspell. I think I want to give this a counter. I don't really know what they're doing. I guess I'm going to give it haste. I don't really know what my opponent's... I assume it's just like an Esper control strategy. In which case, like, haste is fine, just like attacking earlier is a little better, especially, like, before their Kaya's Wrath turn. Hopefully they don't have a land. Oh, they do, but it's tapped, which gives away information. This is probably getting contempted. Didn't get countered, which is nice, and, like, it's good against a lot of the removal except contempt. If they're on the white removal, though, like the Settle the Wreckages and, the Sealaways, though, then it's going to be, like, it's going to be pretty dead. It's all really about how they, like, built their deck. Oh, no! Now they get to tuck it? Yeah, that makes sense. It's gone. We've drawn 1 non-land draw step. Boop. Think we're probably dead. Think we are very likely to be dead. What is this, 3rd? No time for a break. No time for a break. Revitalize. Deal. Did you draw an answer to a Rekindling Phoenix? This also does not answer a Rekindling Phoenix. Alright. Try to attack this. Alright, it comes back with haste. I'm willing to, like, keep playing this game for the time being. If they have a sweeper, obviously we'll concede. But, like, as long as, like, we're kind of in this game, I'm willing to continue playing. Draw a card. We have another Phoenix on top, so, like, we know our draw step's good. Alright, yeah, we're done. Boop. We died. Like I said, not having access to cyber cards, I think, makes the control matchups a little bit harder, especially if we don't have Rhythm. Rhythm would be very good in that particular game. Being able to play like the Phoenix with haste would have been very, very powerful. Unfortunately, that is not how that panned out. Opponent goes first. Double Rhythm has a 3-drop. Harpooner on 2. This hand's not insanely exciting, but I think it's good. Like, most of our draw steps are good, except, like, specifically the 4-drops. 0-3 does not block very well against our deck. I even count that as a good draw. Like, something that, like, very easily attacks through this that isn't this. Take 2. Play Goblin Instigator. Okay. Because they're playing white, we're going to, like, hold the Harpooners for later in case they're playing, like, Angels. Train! Chew! Train! Chew! What do we get? Busos. You have cities busing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, well, this is about to get kind of unfortunate. It's a good draw, though. I can't tell how good Rhythm's going to be in this match. I think it's going to be good enough. The thing is, I don't know if we're actually the aggressor here. Like, if I attack, he just has no blocks, right? And then if they play any permanent, they attack me for 1, 2, 6, 8, 10. It's kind of a lot. I guess that incentivizes me to play a Kraul Harpooner. Thing is, if they're a heroic reinforcements deck, then we're going to have a lot of trouble winning this game. There's the 4th land. We dead? Benelish Marshal also counts. Dauntless Bodyguard. Yeah, okay. Gonna need to rip the land for Phoenix to start blocking well. I'll trade these off. Preserve life total. Try to draw to Phoenix, because Phoenix just, like, is so good at blocking. We just dead. Block, block. Take 6, 10. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, we got. We knew we were going to die to Anthems that game. We did. Playing some weird stuff in this ladder. A lot less red than I'm used to. About the same amount of Nexus. Normally you see about 1 in like 5 decks is like a Nexus deck. But the white aggro decks are interesting because like if there's a bunch of mono red around, then there's like going to be a bunch of Chain Whirlers, and the white aggro decks are pretty bad against Chain Whirler. Says the Lava Coils. These Lava Coils might just be awkward and like should be something else. I kind of like that Collision Pump spell. Maybe they're supposed to be that. I might try that after this game. And like these Growth Chamber Guardians could be Branch Walkers. I had those at like the start of the stream. I had like Branch Walkers in this spot, but like the thing is they're not like 4/4s, which are big. And also, like, I think they're generically worse. I'm still keeping this. Kraul Harpooner also, in case we haven't, like, I haven't really illustrated it, it's, like, a really good ritual for Ghalta. Like, late in the game, you can just, like, give it a bunch of power, and then, like, that hopefully will just, like, finish off whatever the Ghalta has remaining on it to, like, make it cost 2 mana. So, like, on, you know, whatever turn where you have access to 4 mana, you can Kraul Harpooner Ghalta usually. Alright. think we're just going to Growth Chamber Guardian and plan to... We're going to plan to Spellbreaker on 3, I think. Yeah. This is the game where Growth Chamber's awkward, where like I want to be doing other things with my mana. I shouldn't have played this pre-combat. That was kind of a mistake. Now I feel incentivized to give it haste. If it resolves. I mean, I guess they technically could still have counter spells. Move it, Scorpion. It resolved. So we give it haste, attack for 5. Alright, I'm in. Root Snare. That's an early fog. I'm only attacking for 5. How many fogs do you have? Jeez. Well, I mean, sure, I guess. Very early fog. And like they would have the mana for it this turn too, right? Sure. We're gonna play Phoenix this turn. Just try to get Ghalta out as quickly as possible, I think. Boop. They're dead in 3, but that's probably gonna not be enough. Spiral, draw, play a land. I still have no card advantage engine, so I'd say we're doing alright. We get kind of blown out. Like, this is, like, not really illustrated, but if they have the -2/-0 fog, we actually get kind of blown out for not playing Ghalta pre-combat. Just something to think about. Something that, like, wouldn't normally come up, but, like, I've seen a lot of them playing that 3-mana fog that draws a card. Let's play another Growth Chamber Guardian. And then a Ghalta. Boop. Alright, now we force a fog every turn. They're on 3 cards. We force a fog every turn. We have a Chemist's Insight. It's a lot of cards. We're probably dead. I feel dead. There's the Reclamation. Do you have the Nexus? No Nexus. I mean, whatever. This is lethal. They just don't have it? You have access to Chemist's Insight. I don't understand. That seemed pretty premature, opponent. If you're a fog deck that wasted your fog early on an attack for 5, and then didn't want to Chemist's Insight to try to find the next fog, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. That was an odd sequence. That's kind of what we get for not being in Mythic, I guess. We're just not playing against the Mythic power level players. This hand is good. This hand's good against, like, basically everything. It's good against mono red. It's good against... I don't know, maybe it's kind of bad against the black-green deck, but the Phoenix is actually pretty good in that matchup. Oh, I said I was going to try some collisions in this deck. Ugh. Remind me to do that. It's so easy to just click into the next game when you're playing Arena. Remind me, if possible, after the game, to try some collisions over Lava Coils. It doesn't answer Wildgrowth Walker, but it does still answer, like, it does answer Lyras and various other flyers. It doesn't answer Chain Whirler, which is kind of unfortunate. We are playing against mono red. Maybe it is worse. Counter. Taking off my wet pants was the best feeling all day. Oh yeah, like getting home and like getting out of the wet clothes and showering. We, me and Butter both like ran into a lot of rain in our lunch break. All right, well that's awkward. Gruul Spellbreaker. This Rekindling Phoenix is very good in this matchup, but we cannot cast it currently. 3 mana. This is a Chain Whirler. It's actually pretty good. It's not. Alright, that's good for us. They also, like, notably can't play 2 spells to make this 2 power, so, like, this is very free to attack with next turn. That's fine. Because we have 2 blockers to put down afterwards. I'm just gonna attack, see how they act before I play my creatures. They said no blocks. Counter on this. Play Growth Chamber. Pass. All right. Tilt that we couldn't play Rekindling Phoenix on 4. Asking double red out of this deck with 8 forests is, like, unsurprisingly challenging. If they tackle out... Alright. They are just going to tackle out. I was going to say, if they tackle out, we can just, like, pump and attack next turn, so I actually don't like that play very much if they do that. Hey, this is where I was talking about. It's coming up, chat. See, this is exactly 6, so we literally get to ritual out a Ghalta now because Kraul Harpooner is so good. Look at that. Look at that ritual. It's so good. Look at this synergy. Good deck building. Is this what you're on this weekend? Probably not. It's good for laddering and it's good in best of ones because, like, there's a lot of mono red and it's, like, really good at mono red. But I think this is one of the decks that I tested a lot of last weekend that I just kind of found to be, like, not quite there. So I'm probably not going to play this in Indy. There's a chance I do. Like, I'm going to be doing a little bit of testing on Thursday. Just to kind of finalize some things. They have to attack here, right? Oh gosh, they can't attack like that. So I have 16. They have 16, so they're just dead. $16 trample. They have exactly 4, and then they have 12, so they're dead to Xaxes here. See, Lava Coil, I guess the pump spell would have been better here. Right? Oh no, it just pumps. It's the exact same. It's the exact same as Lava Coil here. Hit this spacebar harder. Alright, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. This is for you, by the way, Mitch. We're laddering for you. Alright, let's try some collisions in this deck. That card was pretty sweet. I have them in the sideboard, which you guys can't really see, but we're gonna try some of this card in the main deck. Over the Lava Coils. Collision. Just want to give it a shot, see how bad it is. The pump spell seems pretty good in a lot of, like, combats. It's also, like, I don't know, it's good at killing flyers like Lyra, which we previously were just kind of cold to. Through and through, this is, like, a Ghalta deck. The games where we don't draw Ghalta are going to be, like, noticeably harder. Because, like... I don't know, that's just like, it's just the best card with Rhythm of the Wild is Ghalta. It's just like, having this like cheap beater that's just like literally just a beater, like that you can attack with like hastily is very good. It's like, this hand is fantastic. Even if they kill our Llanowar Elves, we're in really good shape. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, and a 3-drop. Alright, well, Llanowar Elves is dead. This card is so obnoxious when I'm playing this deck because it kills both of our 1-drops. Both of them. What is this? This is so unfair. The thing is, if they block, if they attack, are we blocking? It kind of messes with me if, like, they just attack, because it's like, well, that kind of signals they don't have a spell, but if they do have the spell, and we just choose not to block them, we actually feel kind of dumb. Because, like, they get to keep attacking us, and this, like, card equates to more damage than whatever the burn spell was. We can just, like, use this to shoot this. That's probably what I would do in their spot. I don't know what these cards are, but it's pretty hard to talk me out of just, like, using the free spell to, like, set my guy. Yeah, that's fine. Well, this is pretty worse than a Lava Coil, I think. Maybe. Might not be, actually. This might end up being better than a Lava Coil. Growth Chamber Guardian, huh? That feels like a way better turn. We're just gonna, like, put 2 3/3s into play. See, this is what I'm talking about. Growth Chamber Guardian is, like, even better than Rekindling Phoenix here by, like, a fair margin, I think. Okay. I still get to tutor another one, right? Yeah. I don't know why we did that, but okay. I'm gonna play another one. And I'm gonna tutor another one. Boop. 2 bodies. For 1 mana. Or for 1 card. Look at all this card advantage. Card advantage, card advantage, card advantage. Steamkin. Okay. Shock. Shoot it with Firebrand. I guess we just put 2 more of these in play next turn, right? We start putting Phoenixes in play. 6. So that makes this a 6-drop. We can make a 5/4 Phoenix. That might be a little better because like that trades with Steamkin. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play these. Like just going wider seems like it makes more sense to me. Like if they make this 4 and don't attack, then I think we're in good shape. Where'd the last one go? Am I dumb? Oh well, never mind. I'm just stupid then. Am I stupid? Oh yeah, they killed the first one. Man, I'm dumb. Never mind. I just punted. Punt! Exclamation point, punt. Well, this is actually kind of hot, because if they strike this, we get to hold up collision. And, like, pump it. I may get rewarded yet, chat. May get rewarded yet. Look at this. We're perfect. Boop. We get to trade for 2 of their cards. Alright, look, I'm professional. I'm professional. No punts here. This is the no punch stream. Everything's professional. Okay, they shot it again. You did it. Attack for 3. They're like out of cards, though. We're at 11. They're out of cards. We're going to play a real big Phoenix. Hitters tapped. Real big Phoenix. Put a counter on it. Stop killing my stuff. Sure. You have Spectacle. Light up the stage. Gitu and Steamkin. Probably supposed to play Steamkin. Then you get to Gitu if you want. No attack is interesting. I think we can Phoenix plus Ghalta this turn, which is pretty disgusting. We can. We're going to. Counter. Pay 2 life. Here's a Ghalta. Haste. Attack with Ghalta. There you go. The shock kind of hurts, but like they're very dead on board now, so. Very, very dead on board. So they have to bolt me a lot. I actually think these cards specifically have to be 2 bolts, right? That's not it. I don't think I can die now. Because we just block both Steamkins. Yeah, we're very alive. Wait, no, they get a bunch of mana from Steamkins. Oh no! Oh no! Die? Dead? Dead, 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 dead. Oh no, that's so bad. Chain Whirler. Alright. We're still alive. Still alive. Still alive. This is 5. They have to hit a shock. Do we miss? Because we have block Steamkin, take 5, go to 2. They have to hit a shocker strike. Are we alive? Well, these are the easy blocks. Right? Because we just have to block like this? Yeah, we don't really have another choice. We might could have not blocked the second one, I guess. They get to kill one of my firebrands. They have 4, 7, 8. This is still not enough. So we get a 5-power hasty Phoenix. Alright, Drakers. See ya. Bye, Rudy. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Alright, I would like to bring this back, please. I would like to give it a counter. Kraul Harpooner, huh? Alright, well, that gets haste too. Haste. Boom, make it huge. Attack with a lot. Boom, there you go. Another lethal threat. Dead! Alright, well, we got pretty absurdly lucky to win that. I totally didn't think about Steamkin being able to add, like, just freaking 6 mana. One more till we're in Plat 1. At the 2-hour mark, I think I'm going to switch over to just, like, playing Mono Red. Because Mono Red, I think, is a really good deck for this weekend. And, like, I'm actually pretty likely to play Mono Red this weekend. So, I do not mind jamming some games with it. Love you, Rudy. Take care. Any chance you have 2 Carnage Tyrant? I do not, Zach. I own no standard cards. I am borrowing / buying everything I'm going to play this weekend. While we're waiting for this match to pop, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I know there's a lot of arena streamers out there if you're watching on YouTube. There's probably still a lot of arena streamers out there that you could be watching on even on YouTube. So I really appreciate you stopping by and seeing what I'm up to here. If you get the opportunity, please support one of the many rolling sponsors you can see in the top left. Inkling Customs, Hipsters of the Coast, Mana Traders, and the End Games. For Mana Traders specifically, if you decide to start a Mana Trader subscription, use the code TEAMNOVAMTG to get 15% off your first 3 months. It's a pretty good deal. Mana Traders is great if you plan on testing Modern or Legacy. It's what Moto's for, and it's what it's good at. So Mana Traders is the best way to do that without having to like shell out a bunch of money to buy decks. So it's a really good rental service for online cards. I highly recommend checking that out. And Hipsters of the Coast, if you consume Magic content in any way, they produce content. I believe they produce podcasts. I don't think they do videos, but they also produce a lot of articles. Easiest way to support me is to just go read an article. Cost you nothing. You might even learn something. I frequently do. But that's because I'm bad. Rhythm seems pretty natural here. This might get countered. That's okay. The End Games is a local game store in Charlottesville. They have an online website, and they're getting big. They were nice enough to sponsor us and get their name out there even a little bit more. So I really appreciate their support. And if you get a chance, check out their wares. We should have a code for a discount coming for you soon on that. And once again, Inkling Customs does a lot of the art for Team Nova. That she did the logo and our playmats that you guys will see coming up. Really excited to show you guys the playmats once they come in. But please, check out her wares as well. She made a lot of tokens for a lot of the notable players on the SCG tour. And, her artwork's fantastic. And it's just a very cheap, easy way to get some sweet tokens and support one of my sponsors and support the stream. I really don't know what I want to do here. I feel incentivized to just Nullhide Ferox. Because, it's not really necessary to Gruul Spellbreaker. We could Llanowar Elves. I think I like Nullhide Feroxing. It's like what we signed up to do, right? Turn 2 Rhythm, turn 3 Nullhide. It's pretty hard to talk me out of that. But, having 5 mana to play both of these would be pretty attractive. Whatever. Yeah, haste. Being able to, play Llanowar Elves plus Gruul Spellbreaker this turn would be sweet. And then we get to, potentially do this plus this next turn if we drew a land. So it was, kind of close in my opinion, but not that close. Kimmerster's Insight in main phase? Are you just dead? You might be. It just concedes. Were they actually dead? I get to attack. I get to play Llanowar Elves, Gruul Spellbreaker. Hold on, let's see. We had 1, 7, plus 4, 11. No, yeah, they were dead, but they were pretty close. We are in Plat 1, chat. Almost out of Plat. Got about, 20-ish minutes left to play in this deck. Haven't really got to find out how good the collisions are versus the Lava Coils. They are better in the control matchup, so they're maybe a little bit better in best of ones. Mono Red is easy enough for Drake's Simple Mind. Mono Red's just good. Have you seen these cards? Light Up the Stage is great. Risk Factor is great. All these, cards they have that are good card advantage engines are just so good. The trick is not to play Steamkin. That card's really bad. Alright, play Llanowar Elves. But I think the Gruul deck is... I think the Mono Red deck's probably better in paper than this Gruul deck, but I think the Gruul deck's way better online because it's has a good Mono Red matchup. Mono Red's so popular. Sure, I'll play the Pelt Collector. It doesn't look like we're going to have a good turn 3, so just playing Growth Chamber's fine. We're going to die to this. It's a Ghalta. Attack! Hey guys, smash the space bar for you. Is it a Chain Whirler? It is not. Skewer the critics. Shoot my Growth Chamber Guardian. Alright, attack for 3. That's pretty rude. I won't lie to you. Any land? I think we're dead. I think we're dead, chat. Any land we actually might have been okay. But now we have to take like a million. Yeah, alright, fine. We'll conserve our life total. Light up the stage, huh? Bleh. That's pretty good with Runaway Steamkin. Wow, and it's a shock land. Yikes, guys. Yikes. We're pretty dead. We're taking 6 on instep. We have a blocker for Runaway, but I think it's a little too late. If that wasn't a shock land, it might be in this, because then, like... I don't know, 2 bolts would still kill us. We're probably still dead. Why didn't they cast this instep? I'm very confused. Just like, bolt me. Your thing goes back to a 3/3. I'm so confused. And now we're paying mana and not getting counters on this. I'm so very confused. Okay. Well, it's time to start seeing if we can win this game. Just doesn't even care. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. I'm so dead, it's unreal. Alright. Well, there's a Nullhide Ferox. Technically dead on board. If we can somehow get this off the table, which we can't. Alright. We have to block one of these. This is why Electrostatic Field is just like so very bad. You can give this haste. It's kind of nice. I don't really know what giving this haste actually does. But it does something. Like, because it makes them, if they want to block, then like, I don't know, they're taking 6. Whatever, just attack with everything. This feels like a pretty easy block. Okay, this block doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But I'm sure it makes sense to them. Ghalta! Alright, we're dead to any bolt. Go! Did you draw a bolt? That's a risk factor. Decline. Did you draw a bolt? Or a shock? You drew a shock. Exacxised. We got Exacxised, chat. Everything's awful. See, I told you if it wasn't a shock land, we would have been okay. Would have been okay. But it was a shock land, and thus we were definitively not okay. Still not using it for mana? Yeah, apparently that's fine. I don't know. It makes me wonder, did they draw that risk factor? Because like if they had that risk factor before, did they just not know that Steamkin could like produce mana? Sounds good, but we need to draw like lands for the rest of the game. Like 100% to shock this in, right? Maybe not. And there's nothing that's double red on 2, so I don't see a reason to lead on Stomping Ground over Forest. Hey, a pump spell. Well, hopefully we're gonna find out if this card's better. If this card's better than Lava Coil. It does give trample too, right? Yeah, it's like a Gorkland Rampager. Exactly the order in which we wanted to draw these. Alright, well, despite the fact we're missing land drops, we do have a reasonable clock. So if they're going to continue to elect not to play anything, we will be able to win this game. However, if we get Kaya's Wrath, it's going to be ugly. Another rhythm, huh? Alright, I'll attack. Alright, well, let's do this thing. Is this better than Lava Coil? I don't know, probably not. Actually, that's an afterlife creature. Yeah, I know it's way worse than Lava Coil, but that's okay. We're doing alright. What do you have? You're at 3. Could stand to draw some lands. Wouldn't mind them. Seraph of the Scales. Alright. Nullhide Ferox. So if we attack out, they go to 1. We lose 1 creature. That math sounds good. Alright. Yeah, this blocks make sense. You're at 1. Go! Wasn't the best attack, but doesn't really feel like it's getting much better for us. And, like, drawing a land into, like, being able to Rhythm of the Wild is going to be good. What's up, Michael? How goes it? I got a better deck for me? Probably. This deck's pretty bad against things that aren't, like, mono red or usually, like, creature decks. Like, I think this matchup actually probably would be pretty good. You gain life equal to its power? Jeez. At least, like, this got a counter on my Pelt Collector. Oh, we drew a creature. No attacks. Despite the fact we're stuck on 2 lands, it's still a game. Because they've just seemed to have flooded out really badly. Like, fortunately, we can hold this thing off for a long time because we just are at such a high life total. I mean, we're at high life total and they're not. Makes me wonder what their hand looks like. Oh, that's pretty good, right? That'll grow my Pelt Collector a lot. This is interesting. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to fight this. I think I am. This gets 3 more counters? Yeah. Alright. Take action. We'll fight it. Move! Alright, well, this is what we got. Here you go. They can quad block. And then they die. If they triple block. Because it has trample. And they take... Oh, no, they don't die. They go to 1. Alright, I'm fine with that. Done. Sure. Alright. There we go. We're still playing Magic. They're once again at 1. Their stupid card that gains them life. This thing kept them alive. And now Magic gets hard. Oh no. Is this a land finally? Ding. No attacks. Well, Memorial to Folly. Bleh. Oh, well, that's pretty good. So we can Nullhide Ferox attack out. Nullhide Ferox haste attack. You have to chump. Okay. Unless you have some kind of trick, which you have 4 cards in the hand. I don't know what they could be, but let's see. Maybe they're double white cards. Doesn't make a ton of sense. Okay, we're in this game after all. I have no idea how. Picked up a few today. Fair. Missionary sucks the lights off and socks on. Nice. My deck has exactly 12 cards in it, not counting shocks. I don't care. Enough to actually count those. Fair. Alright, we got a card. What is it? Yikes. Okay. Oh, what's going on, guys? We're going to play a few more games of Gruul. Farming some people with some big monsters before we start playing some mono red. I don't know, the more I play this deck, the more I just like it. I really want to play Gruul in Indy. I really, really like this deck. Like, the thing is, your sideboard options are so bad. They're so bad. But I really want to play this deck, because it's really cool. Look at this hand! Come on! Look at this hand! This hand is sweet. Keep. Just want to play all these Magic cards. Pay 2 life. And I want to get dumpstered by every Nexus deck out there. We can play Cindervines in the sideboard, right? Come on. Come on, chat. Talk me into playing this deck. It is a Hollowed Fountain strategy. Not playable in Modern either, my friend. Play my... Should I get this haste against a Hollow Fountain strategy? Actually, I should. Okay. Get some early damage in. That seems valuable. Alright, well, they have counter magic up now. Well, that's a Ghalta. Blech. Well, we're not getting any younger. Here's an Nullhide Ferox. Counter it. It's the only chance to slip it under the 3-mana counter spells, but if they have, like, Syncopate, I feel really stupid. Quench. I also feel stupid for that one. Okay. Attack for 4. So they are one life smaller than they would otherwise have been. Growth Chamber Guardian. I think I'm going to attack with all my creatures. Let's see what you got. What do you have, opponent? 6. Alright. Alright, yeah, we'll play the Growth Chamber and the Elves. That should let us Ghalta next turn if we have to. This will probably get counterspelled. Yeah, that makes sense. Now's a great time to draw a Gruul Spellbreaker so that we don't get settled. Alright. Dawn of Hope. Well, alright. Zhur-Taa Goblin. We can make it a 3. Could also give it haste. 3 makes this a 3-drop. I think we're just going to put a counter on it because it grows our Pelt Collector. Alright, try to grow a Pelt Collector again. Alright. Hey-ya! Die to this. Please. I didn't expect me to be alive this long. We might just get, like, Cleansing Nova next turn, I guess. But I don't know. We could say we gave it our all. 6, 7. You're taking 7, opponent. Going to 5. Honestly, even if they, like, sweep us, like, we're still trying to, like, Gruul Spellbreaker to, like, hit them to 2. Which is pretty nice. Like, obviously, they're maximum overdead on board, but, like, boop, boop, boop. Go! Which is nice, because, like, this deck kind of has, like, this life gain strategy with Information Campaign and whatnot. The Dovins, whatever. And so, like, this just, like, kind of invalidates their entire life gain plan. Alright, yep, we got swept. So we are drawing to Gruul Spellbreaker. Whoop. Land ain't it, Chief. Now I can start producing blockers. This is where Dawn of Hope's going to run away with the game. If they don't have, like, a Teferi or something. Well, they do. They have that, too. Alright, we're dead. We are dead. Got me. Oh, no. We're sunk back to the beginning of Tier 1 in Platinum. I just want to be out of Platinum. Just want to be out. Alright. Probably my last game we're going to play with Gruul. And then we'll switch over to playing some Mono Red. Probably Quad Laser. Whoa. This is an interesting hand. Like, it has the Ghalta, which is attractive. No 1-drop, but we have a 2-drop. But we need lands. Like, we need lands and, like, things to do on turn 3. I think this has to be a mulligan. This is actually, I think, if this was a Lava Coil, I'd be much more inclined to keep this hand. Because, like, it is still something that's, like, proactive-ish to do. Like, but, like, this is, like, as reactive as it gets. I think we're supposed to mulligan this. Like, it's not really proactive, but, like, it will actually, like, play on the board. But this, like, requires me to be, like, attacking. It requires me to be in specific scenarios. This is probably just worse than Lava Coil. Yeah, I think we can do better. This hand is much better. Bottom. We can't cast the red half anyway. Hopefully no Firebrand on 1. Boop. Elf. So we get to go Elf into Elf Growth Chamber. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Oh, Pelt Collector's even better. Pelt Collector. Growth Chamber. Go! We're in pretty good shape. Could stand to draw the red land for the rhythm, but if we don't, we have enough going on. Now we're probably going to lose the Harpooner. Oh no, they just snap took the rhythm. Not playing games. Don't have red mana, doesn't matter. They're not playing games with me. Since they tapped out, I think it's pretty clear we're just going to grow the Growth Chamber. And tutor another one. Just kind of insulate ourselves against removal. Also get like a real clock going. Boop. Growth Chamber Guardian's so good, man. Card is so good. Sultai, huh? Attack with both of these. Put you to 8. We're not going to get finality'd. I guess I'll play another Growth Chamber. I got Frilled Mystic. Sure. Llanowar Elves. Do not call the Thought Erasure deck to be a Frilled Mystic deck, but hey, you never know. Why does this card fly so I can shoot it with this? Next, we'll attack with just this. I think Kraul Harpooner makes it to where they're dead on board. They have another Frilled Mystic. Sure. Very interesting. Well, we're going to get Mystic Snaked out of the game. Doesn't seem very good, but apparently that's just what's going to happen to us. Shove? Shove. They have third Mystic, Frilled Mystic for me? Moment of Craving. That's gross. Growth Spiral. Sultai stuff? You just block both Mystics. Block both Llanowar Elves. That's a deal. This like Growth Chamber Guardian's been kind of pulling its weight. Being a 4/4 against these 3/2s is pretty funny. Hydroid Crassus is less funny. How big is this card? A 4/4? It trades. You're on time, buddy. I thought I was going to play this with haste, but it occurs to me this is a 4/4. I guess we'll just attack. Yep, that's fine. Hopefully they don't have like a finality for it. It seems like the reason to be black, so I'm sure they might, but like ideally they don't have a finality for it. And we like get to play this game. They have a Golgari Fine Broker for it. Alright. Value mana symbols. Everything is infinity mana symbols. I bet you this deck plays 0 basics. Play a lot of lands. That's a Ghalta. 7. That makes it 3, which means we could Ghalta next turn if we wanted to. Well, I think that's how we're winning this game, so we're just going to pass and like let them Hydroid Crisis for actually a million. And then we get to Zhur-Taa Goblin into Ghalta next turn, and that's like, that's what we got! You know, like, that's our plan. Hydroid Crisis for actually a million. Alright. Zhur-Taa. Counter. Here's a Ghalta. No attacks. And let's see. Let's start looking at what we have next turn. They have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of blocking power. We have... Oh, jeez. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're dead. Because, like, we can't even kill us with a collision anymore. You actually might have could have won that game if it lived, though. Alright. Sultai Value Pile beat the crap out of my deck. And that's ultimately kind of the problem with this, is like you're just a worse mono red. So I think the collisions were bad. I think I would want to keep Lava Coil. I think that Cindervines is a good sideboard pickup. Skarrgan Hellkite might be like, if you wanted to go bigger, it'd be a more true monsters deck. Like this is the card we'd be playing, Skarrgan Hellkite. There's some of the sideboard along with another land, but like if I wanted to make it like a true like monsters deck and not as much of an aggro deck, I would probably like shave on these and probably like I don't know, probably shave on these. Like, Pelt Collector is just not really what you want to be doing if you're a true Monsters deck. So, like, probably want to cut this, probably want to cut this. Put, like, another, like, Steel Leaf Champion in the 3-drop slot. And have the Skarrgan Hellkites in the 5-drop slot. And, like, I don't know, probably play, like, some Gruul Guildgates, too. Because, like, at that point, we really need, like, the double red for the Hellkites. And we need triple green for Steel Leaf Champion. So we probably have to play some Gruul Guildgates. It just ends up being, like, a bigger deck. But, like, we could play more of these too, just like have flyers that go over the top. That's something that I would consider trying as well. Just like max out on these, play some Steel Leaf Champions, go down like maybe a Ghalta, play like the 5-mana dragon, and cut like these and these. But like I said, I wanted to get my deck to have an aggressive slant because I think the format's so fast that like playing Watch Wolves is like pretty reasonable. But that's kind of where I'm at. This is like kind of my Gruul idea. I don't think I'll play this deck at Indy. It just doesn't seem like it has enough power level, but I really want to because it's really sweet. Yeah, that'll about do it. If you are joining me on YouTube, I really appreciate you checking out some of my Arena content. This is the first video I've made using Arena. So let me know what you think in the comments. I do read all of your comments. If you comment in my videos, I will actually read it. Yeah, just let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Tell me my deck's awful. I believe you. And I really appreciate your support. Like I said, one more plug for the sponsors. There's been a rolling video I'm sure you've seen in the top left of my sponsors. Mana Traders is best way you can rent Magic cards for both paper and Magic Online. You can use the code TeamNovaMTG to get 15% off your first 3 months with Mana Traders. So I highly recommend the service. I use it myself, and it has been fantastic. It's easily been one of the biggest upgrades to my game as a Magic player. Has been able to like branch out and try other decks and use their service. The End Games is a shop in Charlottesville. It's a very big shop, and they are looking to get their name out there a little bit more. They have an online website, which, like I said, we will have a code for you shortly. We're still getting all that set up since we're pretty newly sponsored by them. But make sure you check out their wares. It's an easy way to support me. It doesn't really cost you anything. Just kind of click through, see what they have. I really appreciate that. Hipsters of the Coast, another one of my sponsors. They are a content production website, so they have like podcasts and they have some articles up there that you guys can read. A little bit of like merch, I'm sure. Just go through their website. It's easy, another easy way to support me without spending a single dime. And also, you know, you might find some stuff you like. Hipsters of the Coast has got some real cool logos. They got some real cool stuff, and I really like their website. I think the website's really well done. I don't know who they had do it, but the UX is fantastic. And last but not least, Inkling Customs. She did the artwork for Team Nova. She did the logo, and she also did the playmats you guys are going to see here soon. Make sure you give her a little bit of love. She's got some tokens that are all of the notable SCG players and some of the like notable Magic players in general. Just like a lot of tokens for that. And I have a collection actually in my my little binder of Inkling tokens of people I know in the SCG tour, and I'm getting everybody to sign them. I'm going to frame it here at the end, but I love her work. I love her tokens. And I love what she's done for the Magic community. So I really appreciate her. I really appreciate her support and what she's done for Team Nova. Thank you, everybody. And that will conclude this video.